Alright, let's now talk about the baseline grid. So because our text was pretty well tied up and we could not use a baseline grid, I just made this mess of a text right here. So what baseline grid helps you is that to line up the text lines with each other. So in this case, as you can see, these two text columns are not very lined up to each other. Just to show you how that it actually does not line up, just go to the ruler on the top and drag it from the top just to have a guidelines. As you can see, when I put it, oh boy, no, these two texts, they do not line up. They do not line up at all. It looks completely awful. And baseline grid will actually allow you to fix that. You have two options with the baseline grid. The baseline grid that affects entire document all at once, or the baseline grid that affects only the text frame. In order to access the baseline grid that works on entire document, all you need to do is press this button right here, Show Baseline Grid Manager. When you press this, it will open the Baseline Grid Manager. We're not gonna change anything right here because I'm gonna show you only how it works on a local level, because I don't wanna mess up entire document. And so these are all the tools that you have. Only thing that you will not have on a local baseline grid manager is that you will not have a show baseline grids right here. So what does this mean is that when you have this selected, it will show you baseline grid only if you are zoomed in or out enough. It will not show you after the certain threshold. I'm gonna show you just after when I will make some baseline grids right here. As you can see in this text frame, it's a mess, and we want a baseline grid right here. Let me just increase the text size just a bit for you to understand a bit more. Let me just delete entire text inside. Let's make another mess right here. Insert a filler text. Let's go and expand field. Do something like that. Do something like that. Then change this text just like that. And as you can see, I messed up the column entirely. So this is a completely different column size. This is completely different column size. All I need to do is to enter the baseline grid from the text frame properties, and it is right here. It's written text frame in there when you have the text frame selected. Don't forget to have a text frame tool selected. Press this right here, and you will have all the things that all text frame will actually need. Everything from fill, stroke, etc., columns, etc. And what you will not have in this case is you will not have an expanded baseline grid right here. All you need to do is to enable it, and boom, as you can see from right away, it actually tidied everything up. It looks pretty good. Now what do I need to do is I'm gonna go and decrease the size. It was not that good looking, to be fair. Look at that, it's not that good looking because it's not very good grid spacing. I'm gonna decrease the grid spacing just like that. And you know what, no, let's make it something like that, grid spacing of 6. You can go with the starting position, increase the starting position to make it a bit better. Let's starting position of 10, and it actually looks better. Let's see if it actually worked in our case. I'm gonna take the ruler and look at this, perfect line. Even this is perfect line from here, perfect line from here, perfect line from here, perfect line. It's just tidied everything up as much as you want, as much as you can. So it actually made it look pretty good. If you want to use it, if you feel like that you need to use it, if you feel like that you messed up your paragraphs somehow, or the paragraphs were messed up somehow beforehand, you can actually use this tool to fix that. It's actually a very useful tool, and the same thing can be done on an entirety of the tool if you want. Let's see and see if you have this one on, and let's see the baseline grid manager to do the threshold of 100%. Go back, and for some reason I cannot see it. Oh, okay, probably this one is just like that. Okay, so as you can see on 100%, when I zoom in, it shows me exactly what baseline grids are. But when you zoom out, oh yeah, if you don't have it selected, after 100% it just disappears. But zoom in, and it appears, disappears, disappears. That's exactly what it is. That's as simple and as cool as that. Like, just don't forget to deselect it, because that's the thing that I forget as well. So don't worry about this. And if you don't want a baseline grid, deselect it, and your baseline grid will be gone. Or deselect it while you have selected the frame itself. Boom. And it will return in the same mess that it was before, in my case at least. So this will be it for this one. Then let's go to the next one.